the way that they play the game and how they show their play styles and how much you get to learn through that. It's just an amazing exchange of talent and skill. And so we get to these games that go to the distance and the way that they progress and continue. It's been so awesome to see. And we just get a little peek of that today.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said, honestly, here we're at a Smash tournament, right? So at the end of the day, like, this is just a window into how good the games can be here in the Pacific Northwest. Like, we were talking earlier, you know, only really a lot of Seattle proper is here. We got a couple people from out of town, but for the most part, not only this top 8 but in this bracket as well, it's like, wow, this is just the local. The local is just kind of here over at Dome Park, right?
I will say that no matter where you go, you know, people will find a place to sit down and play some fighting games.
Oh,
so,
100%.
Yeah, whether it be Granblue, Tekken like we got to see earlier today, Strive, Under Night, you'll see it, it'll be played. So it's been a pleasure to be part of this cast tonight and get to see an amazing exchange of skill. But right now we got our next 2 players on screen here. It looks like ColdWeather and Ymir.
I feel like that's really funny that we have both ColdWeather and Ymir here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who beats who. Like, we got Ymir, the frost giant, versus the ColdWeather. It's like, I don't know. It's looking like a good matchup for Ymir out the gate.
Yeah, totally. These two, I haven't seen too much play. Ymir, I've seen pop in around a couple of Discords. And playing
Able?
Like,
What?
that's actually not what I expected, but playing against Narm, this is an interesting matchup. It feels pretty interesting how Able controls space in a way that, like, almost feels like anti-Narm, where it's like, you know, flight is such a big tool and can basically control like any segment of the screen at once, but having to commit and pick one, and then Narm being like, okay, instead of like playing in one stance and trying to play for like 2H, or like trying to play fast and play around DP or whatever, like the way that these two, I think of flight as a stance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Playing against these two stances is like a big key in this matchup. So we'll see how that shakes out with these two, but it's going to be really interesting for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Able is kind of like he's like the opposite of, oh, but it costs health, though, the archetype, right? Like, it all costs health, but because of the fact that his defense is so bad, that it's like, wow, going for some of these strings genuinely is a bit of a problem, because as you can see here, Ymir has eaten no hits and is already sitting at only 60%.
Yeah, it becomes a really big factor, especially as you get like real close to chip. Not right, you know, at that chip because you won't die, but it gets really scary because it's like, oh, do I want to go YOLO and try to spend when I know I can't die to my own skills, or am I gonna play super safe and reserve?
Oh, the roll!
That was so sick. I love that.
So smart from Ymir here, and now it's gonna go into EX Able mode.
Right.
Like, this is my favorite mode of all. Whenever you play a character that costs health, you now have unlimited free range, all the reward with none of the risk. Gets the command grab to close it out with literally a pixel of health on the board.
I love that, especially when you know you're, no BP on the table, any hit will kill, and you can just go for something like that. It's awesome. I love to see it. I expect to see the base boom command grab too, and we gotta see it, man.
It's so sick every time.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, ColdWeather though has to try to find something here.
Oh, actually, I think went for LDP and didn't get anything out of that, but they're playing pretty patiently, trying to maybe feel out Ymir. Doing this string to carry to the corner is a really good opportunity to basically try to contest. Ymir trying to do these like 2L mashes in the block strings, but nice counter hit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of that here. Like, kind of the name of the game in Granblue, right? You know, just like, gotta throw out a jabber once in a while. It'll tech, it'll catch them if they try and stagger you. Like, so many applications of it, but it's on you as the aggressor to call it out, and that's where a bit of the nuance comes from.
For sure, yeah. Already Ymir, though, down a bunch, but actually gets grabbed in the middle of their pressure.
There we go. Good stuff from ColdWeather here, evening it out. A much more drawn-out round, which is about what you can expect from these two characters, right? Like, if ColdWeather's going to win one, it's definitely going the distance, but if Ymir wins, you know that's going to be a slaughter through and through.
Yeah, has so many options to basically just try to pin down ColdWeather at any point in time, any point on the screen, really. So it's something. Whoa! Oh my God!
What? All right then. You know, it's like able to just say get him off with Ymir.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, actually gonna get a nice hit here, keeping ColdWeather locked
down.
I think expected something from BC. Oh, the scramble.
Yep, it's like it's the raging strike. Not gonna be too good here.
Nice. Flip gives him some space and time, but
oh boy, this could be pretty huge. Drops the combo once again. We see 2 of those drops from Ymir, especially on Abel. You can't do that.
yeah, this is very, very important right now as we near 50 seconds on the clock. ColdWeather with a little bit of meter here, so has enough resources to try to get a kill out of this, but
I love that. The Matrix coming out here from Ymir too. Should be looking for him. Once again, goes for the throw. No punish on that, though. Once again, no combo. It's looking like the 3rd drop from Ymir. Will ColdWeather be able to make him pay, though?
Using all this meter to try to close the gap with health. We're getting to the EX portion.
Oh, and that's going to close it out.
Yeah, the chip ends up coming in clutch there. Able to take it home 1-0 right now for Ymir.
Oh, my goodness. We got to see.
Yeah, what do you think ColdWeather should do to try to find, some footing in this matchup? Because I feel like right now, even though you get opportunities for ColdWeather to take rounds, I feel like the pace is definitely in Ymir's favor.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, especially like with Narmaya in general, like, you kind of have to let Abel kill himself, right?
Yeah,
like,
totally.
He has a lot of moves that are really good, but they cost health, though. The thing is that actually comes to matter when the chip that he's doing to you is nowhere near the damage he's taking himself. Then he sets himself up for like, all right, maybe this next scenario it'll kill her. Oh, maybe this next scenario into a mix-up will kill. You need to be able to set those situations up for yourself like ColdWeather's doing there.
Yeah, actually doing a really great job that round. Basically playing the frame trap game super well, trying to call out Ymir, pressing 2L, or trying to do like 2 and 4X to try to take space after a block string, or even the DP like that, playing so patiently, it's working out in spades.
I was going to mention another thing that seems to be Ymir specific is that they tend to go for a lot of very high risk, high reward options on defense. You see the roll forward, you see the DPs on wake up. Like, you're going to be seeing a lot of that, especially against this player, so you got to be able to take advantage of that.
All right, holding steady. Takes the throw. Actually gets the 6XL after the throw. A weird position for some people, because especially against Abel or Belial in general, when you get to see the 2M to try to catch people walking forward, either with a 6XL or a normal. But this time just got it right away, no problem.
Oh man, once again going for the dodge there. Good block by Ymir. ColdWeather is just trying to continue this pressure. Found their footing here in game number 1. Now he's going to try and close out game number 2, but Ymir could have something to say about it.
Yeah, dude, what a change of pace is working out so well for Ymir.
Ooh.
The book has been decoded, the message unlocked, we're ready to go, and ColdWeather feels super amped right now.
Yeah, it's like it feels like they are just in the driver's seat through and through, closes that one out, barely getting touched now, and now it's sitting at set point.
Oh yeah, insane change of pace so far. Ymir might have to try to crank that dial either one way or the other to try to find a way to open ColdWeather up, because right now just the way that this game is progressing out, we can see a 2-1 in your near future.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking like it's really in the favor of ColdWeather now. It's like, it seems like Ymir isn't able to get anything started. See, there tries to go for the Raging Strike. Maybe he tried to do a BC, but didn't have the blocks done in order to get it out. And now look at this big damage from ColdWeather on the other end.
Yeah, combo coming through, giving Ymir a chance to breathe. I like this. Change of pace. Ymir is still, still in the driver's seat, still has a chance to make this work out right now, but ColdWeather going to do everything in their power to lock down the throw in the end, sells it after the flip. ColdWeather walking away 2-1 there.
Man, a dominant back 2 games there from ColdWeather. It feels like Ymir really knew what was up in the first game, but immediately after ends up getting thwarted. So great stuff to Ymir, but great stuff to ColdWeather for, as you said, decoding the defense.